Hello everyone, my name is Xiao. You can call me Scarlette. I'm now a MPA student under Science, Technology, Engineering and Public Policy Department in the University College of London. And today I'm just gonna share you some basic information about the program and also my experience in this program, and also try to show you my typical day on campus. So hope you could get what you want and also be interested in this program and probably will meet somewhere in the future. So let's start with the program introduction. So in this program we actually have different route you can choose according to your personal interest and also based on your career path. For me, I'm super interested in digital technologies, so that's why I choose the digital technology and policy path, which is quite interesting. And all the courses and also the professor and lecturers, they're super nice, super helpful. You can always reach out to them whatever you want. So now let's talk a little bit about the term structure and also what is the lectures happening right now during COVID and also post-COVID. So we generally have 3 terms for this program. The first term starts at September and ends around December, before the Christmas break. And then the second term starts January and then it ends the end of March, and then we have the Easter break, and finally it's the term 3. So in this program, all the core modules where we need to take lectures and seminars and do individual assignment actually happens in the first 2 terms. We have 4 modules each term. In the first term, we have 1 core module for our route and also 3 general modules. In the second term, the structure is quite the same. We also have 1 core module to our route and also 1 more elective one, which means you can choose based on your personal interest and you can take other modules from different route so that you could meet different people and also expand your knowledge horizon. And for the term 3, we don't really have a lot of classes there. We primarily spend most of our effort and time on the group project. The group project is actually pre-chosen at the beginning of the program. There will be, for our program, we have 8 to 10 projects and you can just choose based on your preference, and then the department will helping you to do the selection of the arrangement of which project we will finally get in, and then you will know your teammate. And then for the whole term 3, you will just start doing all the research and also maybe some interviews and workshops based on what your project is about. So about how we take the lectures and seminars, we basically have a hybrid mode, which means we have both online and in-person choices. For most of the lectures, we usually do online ones, which means half of the time during the term you would just stay in your house, your flat, or just go to some study room in the library to take online lectures, and then all the seminars are in person, which means you will have at least 4 hours a week sitting in a classroom with all your cohort and also have some discussion, exchanging different ideas. And also it's a good opportunity to networking because the department usually arrange all the seminars in 1 or 2 days, which means you have to stay your whole day on campus, and then during lunch break or after all the seminars end, you can just hang out with your friend and go to the farmer market near there or some really good restaurant around the campus district, which is super interesting and it's really a good opportunity. And then I would to introduce the cohort. It is a really diversified cohort. You will meet people from different country with different cultural background. And since it's a Master of Public Administration program, so many students actually have years of working experience and they are more professional than people like me because I just entered the program right after my undergrad graduation. So not just learning knowledge, when you talking with other students, you can learn a lot from them, working philosophy, even life philosophy. They will give you a lot of really good suggestions and everything. So it's quite a really nice vibe here, and you can feel the cohort is super supportive. And for me, because of the COVID, I would just spend my whole year here, which means I can only video call my parents or just message them. I can't really meet them in person. So sometimes I'm a little bit homesick and also super want to meet my friend in China and also my parents in China. But all my cohorts, like all the friends here, they're super supportive. And every time when I feel a little bit down, I would just like reach out to them and just say, do you want to hang out a bit? Or do you want to like have a drink or something? And then they would just say yes, and then we get together. So the cohort is super supportive. You would definitely enjoy the time there. And also, aside from all the lectures, projects, and a little bit hustling and bustling term time, we have a lot of activities. Like the department actually arranged some, but also like our cohort is very like spontaneous, so we also organize a lot of different activities by ourselves. We have a lot of picnics on super good weathers, because you know, like the weather here in London is a little bit like uncontrollable. So every time when the weather is super good, we're just gonna hang out together, go to Regent Park or Hyde Park, find like a empty place and then sit down and like drink something, eat some food, and also like kind of catch up everything with each other. So not just picnics and parties, we also do some sports. To be honest, like last week I actually joined a dodgeball event. I didn't expect it to be like a really kind of professional like dodgeball competition, but it was. Anyways, like some of our cohorts, we just like kind of make up a team and then we went there. Okay, we got the 4th place, so there are only 4 teams, but it was like a really enjoyable time there. The thing I want to highlight is we do have a lot of food together. We eat a lot together. You can also like see some picture of my past experience, go to some like fancy restaurant or like some really special restaurant there to enjoy some really good time with all my friends there. So after the basic introduction of how the program and also my life in UCL is generally like, right now I'm gonna show you one of my typical day on campus. So let's see. And pens, Kaiser, chef. This is usually the way I go from my place to the school. So I'm living around Old Street district. So I usually can take bus and also underground to go to the campus. But for me, I prefer taking bus because the view is good and it's not that noisy, and also you can breathe some fresh air there. So now I'm heading to the bus stop. I will show you later. So from my place, I usually take bus 205 to get there, and the bus stop is Euston Square. This is quite convenient place. If you are living at the other place, you can also take the underground. I believe like Northern Line and also probably Victoria. You will also reach Euston Square station as well. When you arrive there, just get out from the station, then you will arrive at the campus. Now let's wait for the bus. So now I'm on the bus to the campus. This is the 205, which is actually the bus I usually take to school. Here's the view along the road. I always choose the double-decker one. I always sit on the 2nd floor because always better view. Today the bus is a little bit busy because they have other people there, so I can't really get the front seats. But here's not bad as well. It will take like 7 to 8 stops from my place to the campus. So now we're at the main campus of UCL. So we usually go this way. This is actually the most famous UCL here. And like during our studies, we have some gathering around this area. So today's weather is super good. So we can just hang around here.
We're almost there, guys. My favorite type of NC is latency.
Here's a coffee place. So for our lectures and seminars, they usually only happen for the first 2 terms. We each have 4 modules in each term. And now is our term 3, so we don't really have a lot of lecture and seminars. We primarily put all of our time and efforts on our final group project. And today I just want to spend a couple of hours in the library and doing the literature review for our group project. And so let's go to the main library. The UCL library, to be honest, is huge. You have a lot of different sections and you can find help and everything here. So today we're going to go to the law room, which is the one I usually spend my time in. It is actually the nearest one when you get into college. That's why I always choose it. Now is the lunch break, and today I'm just gonna go into one of my favorite Japanese rice place to have lunch. It is actually the recommendation from one of my Japanese friends. She says this is actually she feels like it's the most authentic Japanese food around this area. It is called bentoji, so let's go there. This is the chicken teriyaki and this is the curry chicken. I won't finish them all, I remember. So let's just have lunch. I'm super hungry right now. Now it's like a lunch break and there's like a garden right behind the main library I usually study in. This weather is super good and now it's like 10 p.m. in China, so I'm just gonna call my mom and kind of update what I'm gonna doing recently, something like that.